She is an MC.
Yes.
A television producer.
Correct.
A television personality.
100%.
Recently became an executive producer.
Nazoge.
She has the biggest drive time show on radio.
Yebo.
I want an accent change. What else? What other accolades does she have?
TV presenting.
She's also a TV presenter. She's also an actress. Oh, let me steal them. Shukma no, nama paycheck and get money. Who lovely man?
Who hot?
Yo! That's what means sponsor was now. No. I want about Oleg. I personally respect her. Ladies and gentlemen, your very own, someone we all love. Please make some noise for the stunning, the intelligent, the brilliant, the twins for a while. Thando Thabethe.
Sanbonani. Dumelang. You guys took my whole speech. Sanbonani and Thabethe. I'm so excited to be here with you this evening, just celebrating Black excellence. As mentioned, I'm an actress, I'm a radio presenter, I'm an entrepreneur. In 2019, please bear with me, this is my moment to shine, so I'm gonna give it to you. In 2019, I was named amongst Forbes 30 under 30. I was the first ever African ambassador for Nivea. I'm the youngest female drive time host in commercial radio history. I have starred in over 50 local and international productions as an actress. I've hosted the South African Music Awards, the South African Film and Television Awards twice. I'm also a daughter, a sister, and a boss lady. But where did it all begin? And it all began right here. I was born and bred in the dusty streets of Orlando West, Soweto. And really, for me, entrepreneurship wasn't something that was always in my face. I think the first glimpse at entrepreneurship was Manyotenga Magwinya, Uncle Tom's, or Umakelwano who sells like ice. I think that's most of us, right? So that's our first glimpse at entrepreneurship. I also grew up around a father who would build computers literally from the beginning. So in the house we'd have like CPUs and motherboards just lying around, and for me that was beautiful. I don't really recall having a so-called entrepreneurial dream, but I was then introduced to the art of acting in my final year of primary school, and I knew then that there was something there. I then ventured into my high school, and I realized that a dream is simply a wish that your heart makes, right? Because it's a little voice that speaks to you, that lets you know you are at the right place. I was involved in all sorts of things, with drama, public speaking, debating, and I excelled in my academics. I know being Washama I went on to study at the University of Johannesburg. I graduated with a BCom accounting degree. And yeah, that also began a career I didn't plan, a career that sort of happened to me, radio. I started off at UJFM, and that led me down a long road of many yeses and many no's, but thanks to God, many yeses and more yeses anyway. I've come to work at some of South Africa's biggest radio stations, YFM. I worked at 5FM, and now 947, and I stand here today as a two-time radio award-winning presenter.
Yes, ma'am.
So, yes, I'm showing off, but I took the scenic route, and I think a lot of us want things to happen for us right now. And the idea is they don't have to happen right now. Take the long way, because there's so much to learn along the way and as you move. And you'll see that the truth is, don't make excuses. A lot of us make excuses, or we are fearful. And it's sometimes that fear that drives us and propels us in the direction we need to move. At the very same time, 18-year-old Thando was plowing into her acting career, one that would also prove to be quite lucrative. I went on to get roles like the ones I mentioned. Wait, hold on, I had a slideshow, so they would have been on the slideshow. But I've done roles such as How to Ruin Christmas on Netflix. Yes. I did Generations, The Legacy. There's a show called Reka that was on Mnet. Yes, Reka. Housekeepers. Yeah, that's some of my favorite work. But as it may have seemed that all of my dreams came together in a way, there are 5 things that always rung true to me. First one is never stop dreaming. Second one, never stop believing. Third one, never give up. As cliche as it sounds, right? When your heart tells you where you need to go, you need to follow in that direction and be relentless in that movement. Never stop trying. And then lastly, a very important one, I think, never stop learning. I then yearned for something that belonged to me, something that I would have equity in, something that would have a lasting legacy. And Thabethi's underwear and shapewear were born. Literally started in my garage, in my home. I personally was shipping items. People don't know that, but I used to literally fill out the weight bills. So you'd order online, but I'd be the one folding the benties to send them to you. But I mean, I faked it till I made it. I pretended to know what I was talking about or doing when I didn't. Eventually, I learned the distinction between different compression levels, different fabrics, the headache of logistics and packaging and distribution. I see Zinhle's in the building, shout out to Zinhle. She knows all about it. Actually, Zinhle gave me some advice. I think I sent you some stuff and you're like, you're using too much packaging, babe, less. And those are little things that you learn, and I think in sisterhood you're able to learn from each other as well. But I think with Thabethi's, I found a gap. These items were only available internationally, right? Like you couldn't walk, sure you could walk into some shops, but it's not the same, eh? It's not the same thing. And I wanted something that is South African, something that the South African woman can easily access, something that I was passionate about, and I think Thabethi's was exactly that for me. Track forward 5 years later, we have a successful online business on thabethis.com. We distribute to Edgar stores nationwide, which is also a dream come true because I grew up with my mother having an Edgar's account, as I'm sure most of us. Thank you, thank you. One applause, come on guys. And then of course, we have our flagship store in Daneford. There was a video I had so that you guys can get sort of a feel about what we are about at Thabethi's. But really, it's about, as our slogan says, changing the world one booty at a time. And I mean, we're in South Africa now. We plan on moving to Africa and hopefully to the rest of the world. We then last year got presented with the opportunity of dressing the swimwear section of Miss South Africa. Yeah, that was a dream come true. Again, something daunting, right? So like swimwear, like swimwear. So what do we do with this? And we decided to take the route not taken and create what we dubbed couture swimwear. And it proved a tremendous success. We then went on to showcase at Africa Fashion International, which again was another great opportunity. And of course, this would have not been done without the amazing staff at Thabethi's. Opportunity creates opportunity. I think once you keep moving, when you're constantly trying to find innovative and new ways to do things, new things present themselves to you. You can't, you have to go to it, create those opportunities for yourself. This for me was not meant to be a motivational talk. I think it's more just my path, and if there's 1 or 2 things that you can take for yourself and use in your own life, I think I would have done a good job this evening. I want to wrap up my talk with my latest venture. The need to own my equity felt, I don't know, incomplete. There was a part where I'm not using the art form that I use and creating equity with that. So my best friend and I, who's a producer, brought our heads together and used her production experience and knowledge and my creative experience and knowledge, came together to create Redwood Productions. We started in 2017. We pitched and pitched and pitched and pitched because people think, again, things just happen, and they don't. It was only end of last year that we got a green light for my reality show Unstoppable Thabethe, which I executive produce. Again, ownership. If you haven't watched it, it's on BT every Saturday, but you're here now, so. Anyways. Look, it's been a beautiful, sometimes tumultuous, scary, daunting journey. I lost my brother at the age of 25 to a random murder. I lost my father at the age of 13 by suicide. I've had to grow up really quickly. I've had to be the man in my family. I've had to take care of 2 households. And some people wonder, how are you doing it all? I don't have a choice. Like it's me or nothing. So for me, I don't know, the finality of death has made me somewhat fearless. And this is why this is a quote I live by. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you imagined. Nothing to lose but life itself. Thank you, guys.